Help me reach 3,000 subscribers. Hit like and leave a comment. I really do read them all. Before we start, let's test this. How many of you believe a man should never be disrespected in his own home? Hit like if you do. I'm at my kitchen table in Boulder, a cold beer sweating in my hand, staring at the clean countertop. No coffee mug stains here, not like the ones Lisa left every morning in our old Denver house. Those rings were stubborn, like the last 6 months of our marriage, faded but impossible to scrub out. You asked for the story, man, and I'm ready to lay it out without losing my cool. It's not a sob story, just what happened. If I'd caught the depth of her disrespect sooner, I'd have filed those divorce papers the night she strolled in at 2 a.m., heels clicking, that smirk on her face like she was daring me to call her out. 8 years ago, Lisa and I were different. I see us on a hike in 2017, up in Rocky Mountain National Park, scrambling over rocks to reach Emerald Lake. The air was crisp, pine-scented, the sun glinting off the water. Lisa's cheeks were pink from the climb, her laugh echoing as she tripped and I caught her. "This is why I married you, Mike," she said, grabbing my hand at the summit, her eyes bright. "You make me feel alive." We sat on a boulder, sharing a thermos of coffee, planning a trip to Yellowstone. "We'll camp, roast marshmallows, the whole deal," she said, grinning. I nodded, my chest warm. "You got it, babe." That was us, solid, or so I thought. Fast forward to last spring, and that Lisa was gone, replaced by someone who couldn't even look at me. We'd been married 8 years, settled in a brick house in suburban Denver. I'm 42, a project manager at a construction firm, no kids, no pets, just us and a mortgage we were grinding down. Lisa's a marketing coordinator, sharp as ever, always on her phone, always scheming. We had our routine, Olive Garden dinners, weekend hikes, but last spring, a chill crept in. She'd come home late, phone in hand, barely glancing at me. "Long day," she'd mutter, no kiss, no "how's your day, Mike?" Just her kicking off her heels and vanishing into the bedroom. One night in April, I'm sprawled on the couch, the TV droning a cop show, the living room dim with just the flicker of the screen and the fridge's hum. The front door creaks open at 11 p.m. Lisa walks in, her coat reeking of wine and a floral perfume that's not hers. Her hair's loose, lipstick smudged, eyes glassy. I sit up, keep it light. "Good night with the girls." She tosses her purse on the counter, rolls her eyes. "Yeah, Mike, it was fun. You should try it sometime." "You know, fun." Her tone's sharp, like I'm some dull accountant who's never seen a bar. It stings, but I'm not the guy to make a scene. "Glad you had a good time," I say, voice flat. She leans against the counter, smirking. "What? No lecture. You're so predictable." I meet her eyes, my chest tight. "No lecture. Just glad you're home safe." She huffs, mutters, "Whatever," and heads upstairs, heels clicking. That smirk, that jab, it's the first signal something's wrong. I sit there, the TV's blue light flickering, wondering if I'm losing her. If I'd known what she was saying behind my back, I'd have started packing. But I thought it was stress, a phase. I was dead wrong. The next day, I'm at the office, blueprints spread across my desk, but my mind's on Lisa. Dave, my coworker with a knack for reading people, notices. "You good, Mike?" he asks, leaning on my desk, coffee mug in hand. The office smells of sawdust and printer ink, phones ringing in the background. I shrug. "Lisa came home late last night. Smelled like a winery, acting like I'm the boring one." Dave raises an eyebrow. "She's pushing you, man. Seen it before. You gonna let her?" I shake my head. Not sure what I'm doing yet. He nods, clapping my shoulder. "Figure it out soon, or she'll figure it for you." His words stick, but I push them down, focusing on work. I tried to fix it. I'm no saint, but I'm not a doormat. I suggested date nights, booked a table at Il Posto, her favorite Italian place downtown, all candlelight, and overpriced tiramisu. That morning, I texted her, "Dinner at 7, Il Posto, your favorite." No reply. I got home, shaved, put on a decent shirt, and waited in the kitchen, the reservation confirmation glowing on my phone. At 6:45, she texted, "Work thing came up. Rain check. No apology." I called her, heard bar chatter in the background. "Work thing, huh?" I said, keeping my tone even. She sighed, annoyed. "Yeah, Mike, a client dinner. Don't make it a big deal." I gripped the phone. Wasn't gonna. Enjoy your night. She scoffed. You sound jealous. Relax. It's just work. I heard a man's laugh in the background, low and unfamiliar. Sure, I said, my voice tight. Have fun. The line went dead. I stood there, the kitchen clock ticking, then canceled the reservation, the hostess's "no problem" stinging worse than Lisa's words. I tried again, cooked a spread, steak, roasted potatoes, asparagus. The kitchen smelled like a restaurant, and I lit a candle, feeling foolish but hoping it'd spark something. She came home at 9 p.m., glanced at the table, and said, I already ate with Jen and Sarah. You didn't tell me you were doing this. I'd texted her at noon, picture of the steaks. Check your phone, I said, voice low. She shrugged, didn't look. I was busy, Mike. Sorry. She grabbed a water bottle, then paused. You don't need to try so hard. It's just dinner. I clenched my jaw. Yeah, just dinner. She tilted her head, smirking faintly. You're taking this too seriously. I looked at her, the candle flickering. Maybe you're not taking it seriously enough. She rolled her eyes and headed upstairs, leaving me with a cold steak. By May, her coldness was routine. One-word answers, eyes on her phone, no intimacy. She'd turn away in bed, mumbling about being tired or sleep on the couch, claiming she didn't want to disturb me. I suggested a vacation, just us, somewhere warm, Mexico maybe. I spent hours researching, found a Cancun resort with a private beach, showed her the website on my laptop. She barely looked up, then laughed, a sharp, cutting sound. With you? Mike, come on. That sounds boring. I'd rather go with the girls. That was the line. I closed the laptop, looked her in the eye. Good to know where we stand. She didn't catch the weight, just shrugged and kept texting. I sat there, the fridge humming, and decided, no more chasing. If she wanted games, I'd rewrite the rules. The next week, Lisa was out again, some Loto bar. I didn't text to check in. Instead, I called Jen the next morning. She's a real estate agent, always in a blazer, blunt as a hammer. We'd always gotten along, so I figured she'd be straight. Hey, Jen, I said, leaning on the kitchen counter, coffee in hand. Lisa's been out a lot with you guys. She okay? Jen paused, her confidence cracking. She's letting loose, Mike. Work's been rough. Her voice was tight, like she was holding back. I pushed. She ever mention me? Another pause. She says you're distant. Needs space. Space. Right. I heard the strain in Jen's voice. Anything else? I asked. She sighed. Look, Mike, she's been venting a lot. Says you're not exciting anymore. Stuck in a rut. I told her she's being harsh, but I didn't want to get in the middle. Might get twisted. She say anything about anyone else? Jen hesitated. She's been talking to some guy at work, Brad. Just talk, I think. I nodded, though she couldn't see. Thanks, Jen. Appreciate the honesty. I hung up, staring at the coffee mug stains, the truth settling in. That night, Lisa came home at midnight, heels clicking, perfume sharp. I was at the kitchen table, laptop open, working late. She didn't expect me up. You're still awake? She said, half annoyed, half mocking, tossing her hair. I leaned back, met her eyes. Yeah, figured I'd wait up for once. Good time. Her smirk flickered, sizing me up. More than you'd know how to handle. I nodded, kept my face neutral. Good for you. I'm heading to bed. Early meeting. She stepped closer, voice sharp. What's with you lately? You're acting weird. I stood, closed my laptop. Just living my life, Lisa. Night. She crossed her arms. You're being so cold. What's your deal? I paused at the stairs. Maybe I'm just matching your energy. Her smirk faltered as I walked away. I changed the game. Stopped planning around her. Stopped leaving dinner in the fridge. I ate out, hit the gym, met up with my buddy Tom, a contractor with a laugh like a chainsaw. One night, I met Tom at a dive bar, sticky floors and neon signs buzzing. Over beers, I laid it out. She's checked out, man. Doesn't even pretend anymore. Tom leaned back, scratching his beard. Sounds like she's got one foot out the door. You gonna keep waiting? I shook my head, staring at my bottle. Nah, I'm done begging. Just figuring out what's next. Tom grinned. That's my boy. You're too solid to be her doormat. She's gonna regret this. I shrugged, the beer bitter. Maybe, but I'm not sticking around to watch. That stuck with me. I started living for myself, texting Lisa, out. Be home later, when she asked where I was. She didn't reply, but I knew she was testing me. I didn't crack. Later that week, I noticed something on her phone, left open on the counter. A social media post, her smiling at a bar, a guy, Brad, I assumed, grinning beside her, his arm close but not touching. The caption read, "Nights out with the best company." My stomach turned, but I didn't confront her. It was another piece of the puzzle, confirmation I didn't want but needed. By June, her jabs got bolder. We were at a barbecue at our neighbor Carl's, a guy with a foghorn laugh and a wife, Ellen, who bakes pies that could win awards. The backyard smelled of charcoal and grass, kids running around, classic rock humming. I was grabbing a beer from the cooler when I overheard Lisa with Sarah, her yoga instructor friend whose voice carries. "Mike's been so dull lately," Lisa said, loud enough to turn heads. "All he does is work and sit at home. I need more than that." Sarah's laugh rang out, sharp and careless. Carl, flipping burgers, raised an eyebrow at me. Ellen, setting out a peach cobbler, froze, her eyes flicking to Lisa. I walked over, beer in hand, voice calm. "Funny, Lisa. I thought you liked staying out till 2 a.m. Guess I'm not the only one who's bored." Sarah coughed into her drink. Carl let out a low whistle. "Damn, Mike, didn't know you had that in you." Ellen stepped closer, voice soft. "You okay, Mike? Need another beer?" I nodded. "All good, Ellen. Thanks." Lisa tried to laugh it off, her face tight. "It was a joke. Relax," she said, glaring at me. Sarah shifted, uncomfortable. "Yeah, just girl talk," she mumbled. Carl snorted. "Girl talk's supposed to be private, ladies." Whole block heard that. Ellen touched Lisa's arm, voice firm. "Lisa, maybe keep it down next time. Mike's a good guy." Lisa's eyes darted, her mask slipping. She wasn't used to me pushing back or the neighbors calling her out. In the car, she exploded. "What was that, Mike? You embarrassed me in front of everyone." I kept my eyes on the road, streetlights blurring. "You embarrassed yourself. I just pointed it out." She huffed, arms crossed. "It was a joke." I glanced at her. "Jokes are funny." That wasn't. She went quiet, stewing. At home, she tried a fake pivot, her hand on my arm, voice syrupy. "I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean it. Work's got me stressed." I looked at her hand, then her eyes. "Stress doesn't make you talk like that. You meant it." She pulled back, eyes narrowing. "You're being impossible." "I'm trying here." I shook my head. "You're trying to save face." Big difference. I walked away, left her in the living room, her act falling flat. I pulled back hard, moved my clothes to the guest room, told her I needed space to focus on work. Her unease was clear, tight lips, quick glances. I stopped sharing my schedule, stopped asking hers. When she came home late, I didn't comment. She tried to bait me. "You're so distant, Mike. What's your problem?" I'd shrug. "No problem. Just doing my thing." Her frustration grew, but I was done reacting. A week before the Cancun trip, Lisa tried to regain control. She cooked dinner, pasta with store-bought sauce, a half-hearted gesture. The dining room was quiet, just the clink of forks. "I thought we could talk," she said, voice soft, eyes on her plate. "I miss us." I set my fork down. "Miss us? You've been gone for months, Lisa. Physically here, but gone." She frowned, pushing her pasta around. "That's not fair." "I'm trying, Mike." I leaned back. "Trying's not texting some guy at work or calling me boring to your friends. Trying's showing up." Her face flushed. "You're blowing this out of proportion." "It's just talk, Mike. You're paranoid." I stood, done. "I'm not paranoid. I'm awake. You should try it." I left the table, her silence louder than any argument. I'd already made my move. Her boring comment burned, so I booked that Cancun resort. But I didn't ask her. I spent nights researching flights, hotels, picturing the beach as a way to reclaim my life. I called Jen, Sarah, and Rachel, their lawyer friend who's all business, no filter. Over coffee at a downtown shop, the air thick with espresso, I laid it out. "I'm going to Cancun. My treat. You in?" Jen's jaw dropped, her latte halfway to her mouth. "Mike, you're serious?" "Just us." Sarah blinked, her yoga calm cracking. "Wait, does Lisa know?" Rachel leaned forward, eyes narrowing. "You're playing hardball." "I like it." I grinned. She said I'm boring. "Figure I'll learn from the best. Keep it quiet till I tell her." Jen hesitated, stirring her coffee. "Okay, Mike. I'm in, but this is bold. Lisa's gonna flip." Sarah fidgeted. "She's been so off lately." Keeps saying you don't get her anymore. Rachel smirked. She's taking him for granted. I'm in, Mike. Let's shake her up. I felt a rush, not vengeance, but control. I was done being the punchline. When I told Lisa, we were in the kitchen, her scrolling her phone. I leaned against the counter, casual. I'm heading to Cancun next month. Jen, Sarah, and Rachel are coming. You're welcome to join, but I'm not begging. Her head snapped up, phone forgotten. What? You invited my friends? I nodded. Yeah, they're fun. You said I'm boring, so I'm learning from the pros. Her face flushed. You can't just, that's my crew, Mike. What the heck? I raised an eyebrow. You said you'd rather go with them. I'm making it easy. You in or out? She sputtered. This is immature. You're trying to make me jealous. I didn't blink. I'm trying to have a good time. Your call. She tried to laugh, but it was forced. You're pathetic, Mike. This won't fix anything. I shrugged. Not trying to fix anything. I'm done with that. She stormed out, slamming the bedroom door. I didn't follow. Cancun was a game changer. The beach was pristine, margaritas cold, but the real shift came by the pool, third night in. The ocean breeze carried Jen, Sarah, and Rachel's laughter, their drinks glowing under string lights. Sarah, loosened by tequila, got quiet, then spilled. Mike, Lisa's been different. She's been trashing you for months. Says you're checked out. No fun, holding her back. Jen cut in, voice low. She's been texting some guy at work, Brad, a sales dude. Nothing physical, I swear, but she's been laughing about you to him, showing him texts. Rachel leaned forward, blunt as ever. She's been playing you, Mike. Acting like you're some loser she's stuck with. I told her to cut it out, but she laughed it off. I sipped my drink, ice clinking, staying calm. Appreciate the honesty. Sarah's eyes were wet. I should have said something earlier. I feel awful, Mike. I laughed at that barbecue, and I shouldn't have. Jen touched my arm. We didn't know it was this bad. She's been spiraling, but we thought it was just talk. Rachel snorted. Spiraling? She's choosing this. You don't deserve it, Mike. Dump her. I nodded, ordered another round. Already halfway there. Inside, I was done. The line wasn't just crossed, it was gone. Back home, Lisa was waiting, her second fake pivot. She met me at the door, teary-eyed, hair perfect, like she'd rehearsed in a mirror. I missed you, Mike. I overreacted about Cancun. I don't want to lose us. I set my bag down, looked at her. Missed me? You've been telling everyone I'm a bore, flirting with Brad, laughing behind my back. That's not missing me. That's a choice. Her face crumpled. But I saw the act. It was just talk. I didn't mean it, she said, voice rising. I shook my head. You meant every word. I saw your posts, Lisa. You and Brad. Best company? Don't play me. Her eyes widened. You're spying on me now? I stayed calm. You left your phone open. Not hard to see. She grabbed my arm. Mike, please, we can fix this. Let's go to therapy, start over. I stepped back. Therapy fixes trust. You broke that months ago. She followed me to the guest room, voice cracking. You're overreacting. You can't just walk away. I turned, calm. I'm not walking. I'm done running after you. She stood there, stunned, as I packed a bag, her tears no longer moving me. I met with a lawyer the next week, a no-nonsense woman named Karen in a downtown office that smelled of coffee and old books. I laid out the story, Lisa's late nights, the texts, the disrespect. Karen leaned back, pen tapping her notepad. Sounds like you've got grounds for a clean break. No kids, shared assets are straightforward. You sure about this? I nodded, my chest heavy but certain. Yeah, I'm done trying to save something she already threw away. She scribbled a note. Good. You deserve better. I'll draft the papers. I left her office, the city noise buzzing, feeling a weight lift but a hollow ache linger. I moved out the next day, rented a condo downtown. Lisa flipped, left voicemails begging. It was a mistake, Mike. I'll change. I didn't answer, didn't block her, just let her talk to the void. She showed up at my office, a construction firm with open desks and blueprints scattered. She was dressed up, playing the concerned wife. Dave spotted her first. Mike, your ex is here, he said, loud enough for the room to hear. She flinched at ex. I stood, kept it short. Lisa, we're done. Papers are coming. Sign them or don't. She stepped closer, voice low. Mike, please, let's talk. I messed up. Dave leaned back, grinning. Lady, he's got a site visit in 20. You're holding up progress. Maria piped up. Yeah, we're on a deadline, Lisa. Call next time. Sam, a drafter, looked up. Mike's got enough on his plate, ma'am. Another coworker, Jen from accounting, smirked. Maybe don't air your drama here, huh? Lisa's face burned, but she tried one last plea. Mike, I'm sorry. I love you. I looked at her. Sorry doesn't undo 6 months of disrespect. Go home. She left, heels clicking, the office quiet except for Dave's chuckle and Maria's good riddance. The divorce finalized by October. I sold the house, split the money, bought a ranch style in Boulder with a view of the Flatirons. No coffee mug stains, no reminders of her. A month later, Jen came by my new place, a bottle of wine in hand. We sat on the deck, the mountains glowing pink at sunset. Lisa's struggling, she said, voice soft. Lost her job, moved to a tiny apartment. Keeps saying you overreacted. I sipped my beer. She made her choices. I'm not her savior. Jen nodded, hesitant. I should have told you sooner, Mike. About Brad, all of it. I feel like I let you down. I shrugged. You're her friend, not mine. You told me when it mattered. She smiled, relieved. You're doing okay, though? This place is amazing. I grinned. Better than okay. I'm free. A week later, I hiked with Tom in Boulder, the trail winding through pines, the Flatirons sharp against the sky. You look lighter, man, Tom said, adjusting his backpack. Divorce suits you. I laughed, the first real laugh in months. Yeah, feels like I got me back. He nodded. Told you she'd regret it. You're the real deal, Mike. We reached a lookout, the view stretching wide, and I felt it. Freedom, like that day with Lisa in 2017, but this time, it was mine alone. I'm good now. Got my house, my work, my life. I hike weekends, grab beers with Tom and Dave. Went on a date last week with a woman who listens when I talk. Sarah texted recently, still apologizing for staying quiet. I don't hold it against her or Jen, they didn't know me. Lisa did, and she threw it away. There were nights I wondered if I could have fought harder. But then I remember her laugh, that boring jab, the way she thought she could keep me on a leash. I don't regret a thing. I walked away, head high, and left her with her choices. My last words to her, in that office, still stand. You made your choice. Live with it. I'm living with mine, better than ever. If you made it this far, that means the story spoke to you. Please consider subscribing, leaving a like, and sharing your thoughts in the comments. It really means a lot to me, more than you know. These stories take time to write, and your support helps me keep going. Thank you for listening all the way through. Until next time.